Half Worse Tarot. I am here with your monthly reading for the month of September 2018. Before we get into your reading, I do just want to go ahead and apologize to you guys and also the rest of the air signs who have been waiting very patiently for me to get your readings out for this upcoming month. Things have been really chaotic over here on my end, and I've just now gotten the time to go ahead and do your readings and put your videos together. So I do apologize for that. Additionally, I am still filming these videos in the month of August, so you might benefit from going back and checking out the monthly readings and the mid-month updates that I've done for the month of August. They are up for all of the signs, and the energies, because there is so much kind of chaotic energy going around, and there's a lot of changes that people are going through. The energies from some of the older readings are probably going to carry through probably up until the end of the year for a lot of people, but definitely a lot of people getting those August energies carrying through to September. So if you are looking for a little bit more clarity regarding your situation, if this particular reading doesn't resonate with you, you may benefit from going back and checking out those other videos to see if they make more sense in regard to your particular situation. Likewise, always check your moon sign and your rising signs to see if one of those readings resonates better or if they can offer you any more clarity in terms of what you are going through. So with that all being said, we'll go ahead and get started with your reading. It's definitely going to be a very interesting month for you guys, and I think that this reading is going to be largely centered on you guys, less so with relationships or career or these external or tangible things, but more about you guys personally. So your central issue for the month is the Knight of Wands in reverse. I normally don't read the Knights or pages as people when it comes to court cards, but I just throw out the signs there anyway in case this is a person and this does resonate with you. This person would likely be around your age, and they would most likely be a fire sign, male or female, sun, moon, or rising, and the fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if this is a person that you're dealing with, they may just be a little bit frantic, chaotic, their energy is a little bit wishy-washy, flaky, reckless even. They may be prone to some angry outbursts here and there, but there's just a really frazzled energy associated with this card if it is in regard to a person, and they may not be very reliable or dependable. But for most of you guys, I don't think this is going to be a person. I think this is going to be related to your own energy, things that you are going through and will be going through throughout the month of September. To me, when this card shows up in the reverse, reversals can mean, a number of things. Some people take them as the opposite meaning of the card. Some people take them as blocked energy. For me, it kind of depends on whatever impressions I'm picking up on the card. And to me, this comes off as a block. So, the Knight of Wands in the upright is somebody who's very driven and motivated and passionate, and they have that fiery energy, and they just kind of swoop in and make things happen and pursue their goals, and, they kind of act without thinking sometimes, which is not a very air sign trait, but sometimes that sort of energy, that burst, that inspiration is something that we need in order to propel ourselves forward, taking risks, taking chances. And with this card being in the reverse, it says to me that some of you guys, you might just not be feeling motivated, you might not feel very inspired, you might feel as though you don't know what direction you want to go in, what you want to do, again, embracing that kind of chaotic energy, and so I think that for a lot of people, this is actually going to be a sort of blocked energy. And the goal for you guys this month is going to be figuring out how you can flip this Knight of Wands reversed into the upright position and really harness that fiery energy and that drive and motivation to propel you forward into a newer positive direction, because you guys do have some positive things coming for you as you progress throughout the month. So taking a look at your distant past, you guys have a really awesome card. I love this card. It's the Magician. It's in the upright. This definitely says that you guys have the potential and all of the tools that you need to start a new path, to go in whatever direction you want to go. You have the capability to do so. You are definitely somebody who is able. But again, because, you know, we do have that sort of blocked energy here, maybe you guys haven't quite taken that step yet. Maybe you haven't quite moved forward in the way that you want to go for various reasons, which we'll get into in a moment. But with that card being there in your distant past and with it being in the upright, even though it is in the past position, this says to me that this is definitely an energy that you are carrying forward with you. You know, you do have that ability. You do have all the tools you need to go off in a new direction and pursue a path that you've been wanting to pursue, but maybe just haven't quite been able to do so yet for one reason or another. Now, the card next to it is a card that I don't particularly like. You know, it's the Five of Swords. It's in the upright. And this card usually, you know, the fives are all about conflict and change. So they're really chaotic sorts of energies because there's always so much going on. And in this particular card, you can see this battle scene here, and you've got winners and you've got losers. But this card is all about Pyrrhic victories, which is basically saying that, you know, you may win at the end of the day, but it's going to come with a great sacrifice. And for some of you guys are going to be that victor who, you know, you push through, you've done all the fighting, but you come out on the other end and it's kind of like, well, you sacrificed a lot to get there. So the win is almost a hollow win. And it doesn't even really feel like a victory. And for others of you, you're dealing with somebody in your life who is like this. And this is in the recent past position. So this energy can definitely still be active for you guys. And I don't really like this just because this person who you see holding the swords is somebody who's almost like a cutthroat. Like they'll do anything they need to do to win, even if that means stabbing you in the back or just being really underhanded and conniving in order to get what they want. So if you are dealing with somebody like that in your particular circle, there's definitely a need to, especially if they are somebody from your past and you have been able to sort of distance yourself from them, to really cut those ties because they're not doing anything for you. That's a really almost dangerous energy to be dealing with. To be dealing with people who will literally throw anybody under the bus to get to where they want to be with that kind of ambition. That's a really dangerous situation to put yourselves in, especially if it's in regard to your personal relationships. There's not a lot here in terms of relationships that's popping up, but you know, you do have an oracle card here that's about the lovers, so I'll get into that later on in the reading. So for some of you, that may resonate. If you are dealing with somebody like that, then again, I would do what I could to distance myself from them, because that's just an energy that's really toxic and that you don't want to bring forward with you as you move on into something new and hopefully better for you. So again, just to kind of combine these two together, whatever it is that you want to pursue, you're going to have the ability to do it. You have all the tools you need to do so. Just make sure that everybody you're taking forward with you into this new path are people that you want to have around you and are people who are going to impact you in a positive way and really be able to lift you up and carry you through the hard times without being the one to cause your hard times. So just keep that in mind as we go throughout the month of September. So the cards that are above your central issue are cards that I see as being external energies. This means that this could be things that are being done to you by other people, things that people in your life are going through, energies that are being brought into you by the universe. Just generally speaking, things that are a little bit more out of your control. Additionally, they can be things that are going on in your own head. And for a lot of you guys, I think it's going to be a combination of stuff in your own head and also stuff that's going to be coming to you via the universe. So at the top of your reading, you guys have the Nine of Cups in reverse. This is what I think is going on in your head. A lot of you guys may be feeling emotionally drained. You may feel unhappy, dissatisfied, just like things aren't going your way. And there's definitely a lack of emotional contentment here. You're almost at the 10, but for some reason you just can't flip this 9 the way that you want it. And so if you guys are in a situation where, you aren't feeling particularly happy, you don't feel like you're getting what you want in terms of your wishes and your dreams, and you're just generally feeling unfulfilled, this is going to be something that you're going to need to sort throughout the month. Really taking time to think about what it is you want and what's going to make you happy, and then actually taking the initiative to pursue that. So again, this month is definitely calling on you guys to be introspective, which gets me to my next card, the High Priestess. So, you know, there's definitely a need for you guys to go within, and I think that the universe is going to be sending you signs and symbols and messages, perhaps subconsciously or in your dreams, that will help guide you along the way. You know, basically this card is just a reminder that you don't know everything you need to know. You don't have all the answers, but the High Priestess in this card, she knows everything, and she doles out information as she feels that it's needed. So the universe is definitely going to help you out. Spirit or God will help you out, whatever you believe in. You know, there is help for you. It just may not come as quickly or in the manner that you're expecting it to come in. And that's why there's definitely a need to open yourselves up to the energies that are around you. Be open-minded, you know, be a little bit vulnerable so that you can pick up on all of these cues, and that'll help guide you in the direction that you're supposed to be going in. Additionally, it's also a card that just says go with your gut, use your intuition, and again, you're going to be able to pick up more on that gut feeling if you do allow yourself some meditation and introspection, and just really taking the time out to be not completely active, but a little bit passive, and see what comes to you in terms of inspiration. So the cards that are beneath your central issue are things that are a bit more foundational. These may be very old energies that you're bringing with you into this month for one reason or another. They can also be things that are just more within your realm of control. And I think that this is going to be more in regard to things that are in your control. So I'm going to skip over the Seven of Swords for a minute and go right here to the Queen of Swords, which is in the upright. And for most of you guys, I think that this is going to be a manifestation of your own energy. You know, you guys are air signs. Doesn't matter whether or not you're male or female. But some of you guys could potentially be dealing with another air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. But again, because this is in the foundation and it's in the upright, I do think that for the most part, this is going to be your energy. And this card is all about clarity and decisiveness, and, you know, using your intellect and being able to make decisions and have foresight and be strong and be confident in yourselves. So, you know, the Queen of Swords is somebody who's very self-assured. And that's something that you really need to harness this upcoming month, because when I do, you know, clarify this, and I use a Lenormand method of clarifying, but the cards that it links up to for me, you know, this goes up to the Nine of Cups in reverse, which is like saying to me, you really need to go within and do some deep thinking about, again, what makes you happy, what you really want out of life, and what you want to pursue, and then actually do it. Likewise, this connects to the Five of Swords too, which says, again, use your intuition, really take stock of your life, and think about whether or not you are the one who is really exemplifying this Five of Swords, almost like douchebaggery behavior, or if there's somebody in your life who is like that, and then make the decision to, you know, cut those ties and use that sword that she's carrying and just sever ties with toxic people who aren't doing you any good. And so, you know, if you are able to harness your own energy from your own sign, I think that this upcoming month is going to be really positive for you guys in terms of self-development, and also making sure that you cultivate your inner circle with people you want to have around you, because that's just going to help you moving forward. And then you guys also have the Seven of Swords in reverse, and this card gets a really bad reputation. In the upright, people see it as being sneaky, a liar, a thief, a cheat, a con, whatever negative words you want to insert here. But the Seven of Swords is about, you know, truth and honesty, and it's also about, or should I say lack thereof in some cases, but it's also about using strategy. So with this card being in the reverse, it says to me that some of you guys do need to be a little bit more strategic when it comes to plotting your next move. You know, like I said, really taking this High Priestess energy, going within, being introspective, and figuring out what it is that you want from life, or from a job, or from a relationship, and then planning out how you're going to go about achieving that. For others of you, it's going to be all about being honest. You know, when the card shows up in reverse like this, a lot of people see it as like a liar being caught in the act, being caught red-handed, you know, truth coming out and up to the surface. But this, because it is right next to your own card here, your own energy, I think that this is just for some of you guys going to be the need to be honest with yourselves, to be open and vulnerable with yourselves. And that's just going to allow you to make the decisions that you need to make. You know, really, really go within and find that clarity that you need to move forward. I know I keep saying that over and over again, but every card is really, really stressing that need for introspection and figuring out what you want and what's going to make you happy. So going forward in your near future and your distant future for toward the end of the month, I do like the energies I'm seeing here. In your near future, you have the Six of Cups in reverse. The Six of Cups, you know, in the upright, a lot of people will say is like the soulmate card. It's a really nostalgic kind of energy, but I actually kind of like seeing it in the reverse a little bit more, just because that nostalgia can be a state of mind in which we get trapped. We constantly look back on the past and see it as being better than it actually was, and that keeps us from really embracing what's going on in the present and also being able to look forward to the future. So when this card shows up in the reverse, for me, I really, really like this energy because it's like you're letting go of the past. You're seeing it for what it really is. You know, you're taking the good with the bad, and you're carrying forward the lessons that you learned, and you know, you're just moving on. You're not allowing yourselves to stay stuck in that past energy, which is great because you go from this sort of stagnant energy here, this lack of motivation with the Knight of Wands in reverse, and then you kind of start working through things on an emotional level and letting go of, you know, situations or people or jobs or whatever it may be that you know, aren't necessarily in your best interest, things that you thought were better than they actually were. And you know, another thing about the Six of Cups in the upright is that people see it as like the rose-colored glasses sort of card. And, you know, there's this saying that when you look at life through rose-colored glasses, all the red flags just look like flags. So being able to really see something for what it is, see your past for what it is, and to work through things emotionally, that's going to help you guys let go of what needs to be let go of and embrace what you can take forward with you and act accordingly. So toward the end of the month, you guys have the Six of Pentacles in the upright. This is really great energy. You know, in terms of career or finances, your material world, this is awesome. You know, you might have money coming in. You might be in a good enough financial position where you can donate money or help other people out. Either way, it's going to be good for you. This card is also known traditionally as the hiring firing card. So maybe some of you guys are going to be leaving a job, not necessarily getting fired, but you might decide to leave a job to pursue something new, you know, really embracing the energy of the Magician here and going off in a new path, a new direction. Others of you guys may be getting hired in a new position. So, you know, all in all, I'm really liking what I see here. You do have two sixes in your future, and the sixes are all about balance and harmony. So that's really, really great energy to have there. So my only concern is that the overall energy of your deck, this is the card of your spread. This is the card that was at the bottom of the deck. It's a Tower and it's in the reverse. So for some of you guys, this is going to mean two different things. The Tower in the reverse can mean like you're literally avoiding a disaster. So something could have gone terribly wrong, but in reality, it didn't happen, or you had enough foresight that you were able to minimize the damage or the impact. For others of you, this is going to be, again, just blocked energy. The Tower is all about this like outside energy coming in, usually from the universe or God or whatever you believe in, and really shaking you down to your core and your foundation, because there's something that was built up on a really shoddy foundation, whether it be a relationship or a job, you know, even just your own personal thoughts or attitudes or beliefs. And they need to be kind of leveled so that you can start over again and build something stronger and better and truer to yourselves. So when we block this energy, it's like we don't allow that clean slate to occur. You know, we're still clinging on to things, you know, possibly from our past or possibly negative people who no longer benefit us in any way. And we need to kind of have that eraser come in and allow us to start over from the beginning and build something up that's just better built all around, metaphorically speaking. So if you guys are among those people who are resisting that change, and finding it difficult to let go of people or situations or the past, really work hard this month to allow that cleansing energy to come in. The tower can be really jarring. It can be a difficult transition to go through, but the next card in the deck is the Star. That's healing energy, that's wish fulfillment. It's really positive. So basically it's like saying that on your journey, you may have to go through something a little bit traumatic to get to ultimately where you're meant to be, and in a position where you're just going to be much happier all around and really be able to heal from anything in your past that's been hurting you or holding you back. So do just keep that in mind. If you're probably going to know if you're among those people who had the tendency to cling on to things a little past their expiration date. So again, that's just a word of caution to those of you to whom that may apply. I do have some oracle cards here that will help give a little bit more information regarding your particular situation. I read them as past and sort of future energies. And so the energies that you guys brought with you from the past is the Pheasant card or the Lovers. So this says to me that these past energies that you guys are dealing with, maybe in regard to your actual romantic relationships, your partnerships. And again, what I said here about this Five of Swords may apply to a romantic partner. The Magician may apply to having the ability to shape your relationship in the way that you want it to get it to where you feel it needs to be, or even just to attract the kind of people that are ultimately going to be healthy for you and not really toxic, kind of like this Five of Swords energy. This can also apply to any other type of relationship though, not just romantic. So it can be a friendship, it can be a work partnership, whatever. This can also be in regard to a relationship with yourselves. So this month and probably these last couple of months, you've really been working on yourselves internally, maybe bringing together almost conflicting aspects of yourselves and trying to reconcile those things together. Maybe if you have a tendency to be indecisive, trying to work a little bit more to be decisive, to be motivated, to move forward, whatever situation it may be. For you guys personally, it's going to play out differently for all of you guys, but I really do like that card. It's a little bit akin to the Lovers card in the traditional tarot, so it just bodes well for relationships, both external and internal, and just it's a really harmonious card. So that's great, and I hope that you guys can carry that with you throughout the month of September. So moving forward into the month, you guys have the Lion or Langur, and this card is all about, it's like a reminder that you guys have potential. Going back to this kind of magician-like energy, you have the ability and the power to make whatever you want to happen. You can manifest whatever destiny or goal it is that you feel you need to be your best self, to be true to yourself, and also to just be happy and content. However, the word of caution with this card is to not become too complacent. Don't get too lazy. Don't procrastinate. Again, going back here to this Knight of Wands reversed energy, really motivate yourselves to move forward in the direction of your dreams, because the Lion is showing up to let you know that you're going to have protection along the way and you're going to have support. It's just a matter of getting the ball rolling. And so I think, toward the end of the month, you guys are really going to start seeing things fall into place. Things become a bit more balanced and harmonious. So it's a really great energy overall. Just work on those issues that I mentioned in terms of figuring out what's going to make you happy and where you want to go. And also, if you need to, if this is relevant to you, cutting out toxic people from your life who have been holding you back, or who may make things a constant battle and just make things a little bit more difficult for you. So I do hope that this reading resonated with you guys. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. If you liked the video, I would definitely appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up, shared it, subscribed to my channel. I do want to take a moment just to thank all of you guys who have already done all of those things in regard to my August monthly videos and the mid-month updates for August that I have posted. I've gotten a lot of support from you guys in terms of thumbs ups and comments and subscriptions. So, it's kind of surpassed any expectations I had when I first started out this channel. So thank you guys again. Also, just another reminder, if this reading didn't resonate, do make sure to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. The air signs are the last signs I'm posting for this month, so all of the other signs are up and you can go ahead and find the rest of those videos on my channel. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you in a couple of weeks with your mid-month updates.